Good morning, Falcons, and welcome to this edition of The Friday Show. I'm Emma Rail.
And I'm Dominic Dole. Today we have a great show for you, including a wrap-up of the girls' basketball team's run at state, a look at some of your fellow Falcons March Madness picks, and some highlights from a recent trip to D.C.
So buckle up and let's get into it.
The girls' basketball team finished out an impressive season and a great postseason run with the heartbreaking loss to Incarnate Word Academy last night in the Class 6 state championship game. They traveled to the Mizzou Arena in Columbia earlier this week for a match on Tuesday against Springfield's Kickapoo Chiefs in the semifinals. Even with a low combined score on the game, this matchup was nothing short of exciting, with 10 total lead changes and 5 times tied for each team. Kickapoo seemed to have the advantage for the most part from the first to third quarter, holding the lead for most of the game until the 14-point scoring run by Saley shifted the momentum of the game and lifted them to a steady lead in the fourth quarter. The team was successful in holding the advantage in the final quarter, giving them a close 42-37 victory. Saley had 2 players score more than 10 points in the game, with sophomore Destiny Maniau scoring 10 and making an impressive effort off the glass, picking up 10 total rebounds, 3 of them offensive rebounds, resulting in crucial second-chance points. Junior London Parker also showed up with an impressive performance, not only scoring 13 points on the game, but an astounding 8 steals. Each member of the team did their job well and understood what was at stake in the game, leading to their victory. In the Class 6 state championship, Staley looked to face off against their toughest opponent of the year, Incarnate Word Academy. IWC was the previous 7-time defending state champions leading up to their matchup. Despite a tough effort from the Falcons, they came up short in a 55-41 loss. The game was a firefight at first, tying the first quarter at 11-11. There were no lead changes during the game for either team, with IWC holding the advantage for the whole game. Staley would then start their push to the second half, cutting IWC's lead down to 5 at halftime. To start the second half, the team did their best to try to cut the lead down and take advantage of IWC's 20 total turnovers in the game. But IWC kept on hitting their shots, shooting 53% from the floor compared to Staley's 35%. The Falcons had a great defensive effort though, with 8 total steals as a team and picking up 14 defensive rebounds and 10 offensive rebounds. Juniors Ava Miles and London Parker had great individual showings, with Miles scoring 10 points, picking up 4 rebounds, and had a great defensive effort with 2 steals and a block. London Parker scored the team high of 11 points and had a field goal percentage over 50% on the game. The team effort in the game showed in the stat line, but they were not able to capitalize against the tough IWC team in a heartbreaking loss in Columbia, Missouri. This is Cooper Unruh with videographer Sarah Tarpley, signing off for STTV Sports.
Last weekend, I went to the theaters and saw a double feature of Paddington in Peru and Dogman. Here are my thoughts on both of these films. Dogman is a very good movie. It was very reminiscent of the Captain Underpants movie, which I am a big fan of. I like all of the adult jokes, and I love the realness of the relationship between Pete and Little Petey. My expectations were blown through the roof. I only ever watched the first Paddington movie, but I do have to say this was a thoroughly enjoyable movie. This isn't something that I believe is going to be Oscar nominated or anything, but it's one of those turn off your brain sort of films, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. The story's pretty simple to face, and the characters are pretty likable. Overall, I give Dogman a 5 out of 5, and I give Paddington in Peru a 4 out of 5. Signing out for STTV, this has been Kale and Aiden.
Welcome back to STTV. This is Anna, and in today's video, I'll be showing you my trip around Washington, D.C. Before we get started, quite a few of the buildings and museums we toured didn't allow phone usage or recording, so there's not clips from those, but I got as many as I could.
Hello, D.C.
We just landed in D.C. We're all getting our metro passes. We just dropped our bags off at the hotel, and now we're gonna go get lunch at the food trucks. We just got off the metro, and you can see the Washington Monument there, and then if you look this way, you can see the Capitol. We just made it to lunch. Everybody's getting food trucks. Right now, we're at the Museum of
American History,
and we're in the First Lady section. We've spent about 2 hours here and time's almost up and it was so cool. Our favorite section was definitely the pop culture. We got to see so many things. We're here at the monument and right there is the White House. There is Lincoln. And then this. What's that
There's
called?
Congress back there.
Congress.
Or the Capitol.
The
Yeah.
Capitol.
Whoa.
I don't know, too many buildings. So we just left the top of the monument and now we're here at the White House. Good morning. Good morning. It's day 2. We just had breakfast. We took the metro. Now we're at the Library of Congress. It is gorgeous, but it is so massive. So right now we're in the Capitol and we're getting a tour. We look a little funny, but we got the group.
They decided this is where the capital of America should be. Take some pictures, and then if you have any questions related.
We just finished lunch. They're not very allergy adaptive. I couldn't eat lunch. Now we're gonna go to the National Archives, which is where the Declaration of Independence and everything like that is. We're here at the National Archives, and this is a bunch of different photos. And then we're gonna go see the Declaration of Independence. Right now, we're at the
Museum of Natural History.
Yep. And massive rocks.
Were you waiting for me?
Just that. Yeah, different rocks and stuff like that. We're at the FBI building right now. My home. We just finished the Bureau of Treasury and
Engraving and printing.
that. And we also did the Holocaust Museum. As I close out the video playing behind me is the laying of the wreath ceremony at the Arlington Cemetery at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I am in the back right, and that was a very emotional experience for not only me, but everyone in the audience as well. If you haven't been to DC, I highly recommend going. Signing out for STTV, this has been Anna.
Today we asked Daily students what their March Madness predictions are. First we asked what their biggest upsets will be.
Grand Canyon over Maryland.
I think the biggest upset is Arkansas over KU.
Lipscomb, Iowa State.
Next we asked what their Final Four prediction is.
I got Tennessee, Michigan State, Florida, and Duke.
Final four is going to be Michigan State, Arkansas, Duke, and Houston.
I got Auburn, St. John's, and Gonzaga, Alabama.
Last we asked what team is going to win it all.
Duke.
Auburn's going to win.
Signing off for SCTV, this has been Matthew, Ryan, Adam, and Noah.
This is Tatum,
Josie,
Chloe,
and Kira.
and welcome back to another episode of Falcon. Congratulations to Staley's speech and debate for the NSDA National Qualifying Tournament. Here are your qualifiers on the next screen. Congratulations to Annika and Brandon for qualifying for nationals.
The Women's Empowerment Club is doing a 5K. If you're interested, please sign the QR code to register. Congratulations to Staley Girls Basketball for having another successful season. They sadly fell short to Incarnate Word in the final of the state championship, 55-41. Great season, Falcons. Congratulations to your Staley prom candidates. These are your top 10 for both girls and boys. Flashing forward to this upcoming week, prom voting has started. Seniors check your email daily. Track and field has a meet at Liberty, and next week is spring break. Have a great rest of your weekend, Falcons. This is Tatum, Chloe, Josie, Kira, and Charlie signing out for STTV.
Do you slide on all your nights like this?
What are the best places to visit during spring break?
Miami, Keegan Wink's house, and Nico DeFeo's house.
What are the best places to visit during spring break?
I think the best places are probably like DeJuan Morris's house. We have a lot of fun. Or like Miami, we'll go to like go to a beach house.
What are the best places to visit during spring break?
Probably a beach somewhere or something like that.
What are the best places to visit during spring break?
I'm going to Miami for spring break, so Miami.
All right, thank you.
All right, this has been Lane Johnson and Biako Muhammad signing out. Hey Falcons, ever feel like you don't know what's going on or just want to know more? Well, we've got your back in a few days. First, log into Canvas and accept the invitation to Feed the Flock, where you will be able to stay connected with announcements, class information, and voting for school events. Then, make sure you follow Staley News on Instagram and check out our weekly announcement show, Falcon Feed, every Monday for events and news happening that week. Finally, have a good weekend and stay connected, Falcons.
Hi, I'm Lorna.
And I'm Mahira.
And today we interviewed juniors taking the ACT.
Are you taking the ACT test here at Staley on March 11th?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I think I am, yes.
Is this your first time taking it?
No. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What have you been doing to prepare?
I have this big ACT workbook that my mom gave me that I've been kind of looking at and stuff. Like, when I have time, I'll look at it.
I've just been taking practice ACT questions, especially on the English section.
Nothing.
I'm gonna be honest, nothing.
Have you thought about where you might want to go to college and the places you're going to send your scores?
I want to go to Maple Woods for 2 years and then William Jewell for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm thinking UF or MIT.
I want to go to Mizzou.
What is your plan going into the test?
Just eat breakfast before, drink water, make sure I'm like in the right mindset, prepared.
I guess my plan is like just to do better so I can get a 33.
To eat a good breakfast, keep my mind sharp, and to charge my computer.
I'm gonna get a 20.
How many times have you previously taken the ACT? 2. What advice would you give to someone who is taking it for their first time?
I'd say like if you're going to study, like study tips and tricks and like not like math problems or stuff because that doesn't really help you.
Have you thought about where you want to send your scores or where you're planning on going to college?
No, I just want to get out of the Midwest.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and StaleyNews.com for daily shows, announcements, and more in-depth stories about all things Staley.
Have a great and safe spring break, Falcons.